Hello and welcome to part 3 of my StarTropics playthrough. And here we go. Chapter 3. Storm and calm. Suddenly it gets dark and stormy on the ocean. The sea tosses subsea. 4 ellipses again. Aww. Look at subsea. It's all destroyed out there in the middle of the rocks. But luckily you somehow got thrown out. And now we're on the beach. Let's see. You awaken to find subsea was wrecked in the storm. It's always strangely calm after a storm. From now on, you have to walk. Yes, so let's do that. This subsea was here, and it was kind of short-lived, and I'm sure we definitely won't find a way to get it fixed. But anyway, so here we go. Let's talk to this guy. You look tired. Here, drink some coconut milk. So yeah, our hearts always go back to just the 3 full ones after every chapter. It's kind of annoying. Go to Maricoland, find help for your wrecked ship. So let's go and do that. But yeah, this is going to be probably the longest episode of them all. This chapter, it really has a little bit of everything. Like, a whole bunch of new things are introduced, and has 5 dungeons, so it's quite long. One of them is a real pain. But yeah, here we go. First dungeon, we have a new look, and we have dodo birds. They're not too annoying to take 2 hits. Sometimes they kind of get in your way, but not too big of a deal. We'll go through here. And a treasure chest. And let's see what's inside that. If we find the switch, and it's in the bottom. Yeah, right there. And the bola. Interesting weapon. It goes all the way across the screen, and it has a decent attack power. Although it's definitely, I don't think it's as strong as the other things we've seen up to this point. Like the bat. But still, its range is very good. Very useful for things like that. And ninja monkeys! And let's walk right into them. Because definitely what you want to do. But yeah, so we've got these guys. They're kind of annoying, but they can jump across the water. I think it's the first enemy we've seen so far that can do that. So yeah, kind of tricky, since they're on either the side of you, or if they can jump at you, they're sometimes hard to dodge. And they can sometimes like gang up on you, since they're usually placed in a room with like a whole bunch of other ones. Yeah, let's see. Got him. Yeah, as I was saying, this chapter is going to be really long. Is one of the levels, it's really, really long. It's probably not the longest level in the game, but it's definitely like right up there. And it's definitely a lot harder than things that we've seen up to this point. So jump over those guys, because there's no need to kill them, because there's nothing in any of those switches down there. What am I saying? My bad, yeah, you actually do have to kill them. Yes, let's take care of that. Well, that room is a disaster, but anyway, here we go. Like I was saying in the last episode, sinking blocks definitely start to play a much bigger part, and there's definitely a lot of puzzles that revolve around them. And then there's rooms like this one where you have to be quick and definitely can't make any mistakes. Yeah, so here we go. Dodo birds and boneheads. It's funny, it's another enemy that can jump over water. 2 of them introduced in the exact same level. And that's pretty much what you want to do. You want to get them on one side so you can hit them before they're able to jump at you. And then another new thing that's introduced, if you go in here, our very first dark room. Although, usually the dark can be gone by hitting a light switch, such as that one. So you really have to take advantage of that first glimpse you get of the room when you first enter it. But what we want to do to get to the end is go up. But if we go over here, we'll find the staircase, and you don't want to go. If you don't want to use that, because if you use that staircase, it will actually take you out of the level, and it won't take you to the end. It will actually take you back to the beginning. You'll have to beat everything all over again. So it's kind of a jerk move, since it forces you to do everything over again, and it doesn't really give you any indication that it's going to do that. So yeah, that's kind of another cheap trick, similar to the one that we saw in the first level, and maybe even a bit worse, considering that if you die in the water in the first level, at least you only have to go back to the last checkpoint, but if you take those stairs, you have to do the whole level over again, and it's not a very long level, but still not very nice. Yeah, so you would have ended up back down there where the entrance to the tunnel was, instead of at the end. So it's kind of mean. Another reason why this is going to be a very long episode is because we have another village here. Welcome to Maricola. And, like the last time, we need to talk to everyone before we're allowed to leave. How nice of them. Let's talk to you. Where did you come from? We've heard that joke already. I actually never noticed it was used twice before. Hi, I'm a brave sailor too. Can I go with you? You almost died at sea? I'm getting seasick. I'd better stay here, wimp. Anyway, let's see what you have to get back here. I'm so worried. Bananette has been sick for so long. Who's that? I guess we'll find out. Let's see what you have to say. I'm Miss Mira, 1990. You met Miss Coral? Tell me, which dress is best? Don't you look exactly the same as Miss Coral? Exactly the same person. Let's see. You are so honest and cute too. Aw, you're so nice. Let's see what happens if I say Coral. Aw, and then she turns her back from me. Jerk. So let's see, let's go over here. Our chief loves his daughter very much, but alas, she is very sick. Well, I guess we'll have to see if there's something we can do about that, and we kind of just have to go to the side here. You don't have to know that. There's another way to go around the building. Just, it's useful to know that you can go through the side like that. And we can get some more coconut milk here. So, yeah, half a heart. Awesome. Let's keep, that's right, before we can do that, I think we have to talk to this guy. Just sort of out here in the middle of the trees, and he's like, do you know what the castle of She-Cola? Better not go there. Something tells me we're gonna have to go there. But anyway, let's go this way. And follow the grass, and luckily we're not finding any Pokemon in that grass. And let's talk to him. And we may enter since we've talked to at least a lot of people anyway. Let's talk to you. I'm just hanging out. He's the Chief of Miracle. Yeah, that person's actually completely pointless, and you don't even have to talk to them. Anyway, I'm Chief Maricola, Mike. I've heard of your courageous adventure. Please, can you help me? 1 year ago, many shooting stars appeared in the sky, and suddenly, dreadful lightning flashed. Since that night, my dear Banana has slept, and she will not awake. Please help my daughter. She is upstairs. Some say a mountain hermit lives who has healing spells. You must find him. Please help my daughter, and I'll fix your wrecked ship. So, I guess that's kind of what we're going to be doing now. And, wow, he's pretty good. You know, he lives out on this island without any technology, and he knows how to fix a submarine? That's actually pretty impressive. Maybe you should go and work for, like, NASA or something, if they had submarines and not spaceships. So anyway, let's go up here. I don't know if you noticed when we were talking to the chief in there, like, when we were on the overworld view, but you could see there was sort of a spot up at the top of his hut here, where we could go in, and there was stairs. So if you go up here, and we talk to this guy, Nana is sick in bed. Oh, you're Mike, and that gives us the privilege to do anything we want. I'm so worried. Banana has been sick for so long. And then if we go and do this, we have zzz, 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 zzz. But anyway, that's it for this village. Now we can move on. That didn't take too long. I mean, I guess we're already about almost 8 minutes in, but yeah, not too bad. We haven't even done like not even a quarter of the things we need to do yet, but yeah. 4 more levels to go still. Let's see what this guy is all about. Good luck! And he moves. He wouldn't have moved until we went and saw Banana. So yeah, there's sub-C spot down there, although we can't exactly go there, since we don't have sub-C right now. Alright, and here we go with the second dungeon of Chapter 3. This one's going to be a bit longer than the last one, and don't really need to beat these guys, since not really doing us too much harm. And another room with more boneheads. So let's just knock these guys off. It's not much different than the other room, except the cross in the middle is kind of a bit bigger, I believe. We didn't even need to jump that time. So we go through here and go through this wall that just exploded, and we're introduced to another dark room. Kind of just accidentally running into him. It's not too smart. So what we want to do here is we kind of just want to see which looper runs the closest. If you see this one runs just close enough that we can jump over there, so we can do that. And we want to get these guys. And we need to use that Octot in the next part, and we can see that he sort of jumps here, so that actually gives us just enough space to make it. And you might also notice this down here, although first I'll talk about the slingshot. So the slingshot, it's a lot like the flame stick. Its range isn't very good, although it's pretty powerful. It's just about as powerful as the baseball bat, I think. It might even be a bit more powerful. I think it's definitely more powerful than the flame stick, though, although I'm not quite sure. And as you saw, I sort of just made a leap of faith down here, because you couldn't really tell from anything else that by jumping down there you were going to enter a bonus room. I definitely didn't find that out in my first ever playthrough through this game. Sort of didn't want to take that chance at the time, I guess, and playing stupidly in this room. These guys definitely aren't like the Noctos or the bats that we've been seeing before. They're a lot faster and they take off more health, I believe, too. Not really that great. So let's just beat them. As you can see, we actually don't need to beat them since there's the switch right there. Oh, ha. Playing absolutely terribly. But yeah, so the switch opens the door. So there's actually no reason to beat them at all, but they're just a pain. Some of the most annoying enemies in the game. We go up here, we have hearts, nothing in that one. Go through here, And stairs, although these ones aren't evil like the last ones. They're not going to lead us out of the level without beating it. As you can see, they're actually leading us down to the fiery depths of the island. So let's see. Let's see what's through here. And we have the volcanoes in the middle that are going to shoot at us, and it's not really great. And we have a try your luck sign. And that just added 2 lives to our count at the bottom. Although, by the name Try Your Luck, it can also actually take away lives, too. You have a chance of getting -2, -1, +1, or +2 with the Try Your Luck sign, so it's not always good to go for it. But in this case, it benefited us greatly. Although I doubt we'll need them. That was the stopwatch. It actually has 50-50 chance of slowing down the enemies and completely freezing them, so you can do either of those, and although that time it sort of just slowed them down, which is a lot less helpful than actually stopping them in their place, since I hate those enemies. And we have the mud monster guy thing, and he kind of just pops up all over the place and shoots at you. We can defeat him by hitting him with one of our weapons, although it's better to just run past him like that. Up here, this is really sneaky, and this is another one of those cheap moves, much like the water and the fake the misleading room, I guess you could say, after getting the 2 medicine bottles in Chapter 1, and the stairs in the first level of this chapter. So there, more Ebola, shoots all the way across the screen. But yeah, you'll see in just a second why I say that. We're sort of going up here, and watch, look at the left side, look what happens. It sort of just sends you right off the edge. I mean, that is so cheap. Definitely not something you'd probably see in games today. Probably not, anyway. Maybe an indie game or something. So anyway, that's pretty tricky right there. And there's nothing in any of these blocks. And now we're sort of just going up. And this room is kind of pointless, considering that door just opened on itself. And here we go! Suddenly, out of the, go from lava to water. And here, we have Magma the Fierce. And we can't actually attack him with our weapons. What we need to do is, as you just saw, and as I got destroyed here, is we need to find switches and actually sort of destroy his things on both sides. And, wow, I can't believe I actually dodged all that. So yeah, there we go. And that's all we really needed to do. Although, of course, it's a lot more difficult when you don't know exactly what you're supposed to do, or where the switches are hidden. So yeah, here we go. So I just fell in the water. Haha! You're not on fire anymore! Haha! So as we know, it's everyone's dream to actually be on fire. And not fall in the water. So there we go, now we're sort of climbing back up. I've always liked that effect, how it sort of shows how you're kind of getting closer, or stuff like that. And here we go. And that's the end of the second dungeon. That one had a boss. The first one actually didn't. That was the first dungeon we did that didn't have a boss. But yeah, there we go. More points at the bottom. And I meant to use the medicine bottle to get our hearts back after all those dumb mistakes I made. But oh well. I'm sure there will be something up here that will help us refill our hearts. Although first we're going to go to this castle that looks like it was pulled out of Dragon Warrior. And let's talk to this guy. Some say a queen of peerless beauty lives in the castle of Shikola. The only woman may enter the castle. Seek help from the fortune teller's camp. Well, I don't exactly see how that's going to help me enter a castle only a woman can enter. I'm a she-guard of Shikola. Get out of here. Oh. I think we know when we're not wanted. So let's sort of just walk around the edge here. And let's see what we've got. Or just have lots of walking. No, this isn't one of those places like when we were out at the ocean where you sort of just walk forever and you don't go anywhere. We have stairs. We have this guy here. He's like, I'm a fortune teller, sorry, but I can't help you. I dropped my crystal ball into a pond at the ghost village. That's sort of a weird place to take your crystal ball, but I guess we might go there and check it out. So yeah, that's about all we can do there for now. Let's see. Let's check out where this leads to. We have a level here. And let's see how this works. So, let's go up here. And we have this. This is kind of odd. We have a button that's red, as if we need to press it, although jumping on it does nothing, and it doesn't seem like there's anything else we can do here. So what we actually want to do is we actually want to come back later. Since I think this is the only time in the game where it actually gives you an opportunity to go to 2 levels at the same time. The only catch is that we can't beat that level right now, because there's something that we need to do first. Before we even do that, we're actually going to go down these stairs here and find another big heart, which will take us up to 7, and we'll also refill the hearts that I stupidly lost in the last level over some dumb things I did. So there, that works out well. And now, moving on to the next level, after a lot more walking, and over here, to this little thing, which is the Ghost Village, or Cemetery, or whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, there's a pond in the middle, so that's possibly what the crystal ball was dropped into. And there's lots of gravestones all over the place, although I don't know how well it will show up on the video, but you can kind of see that this gravestone I'm circling around is just a bit of a different color than the other ones, because we actually need to go into that one for what is going to be one of the longest and most difficult levels we ever play in this game. It gets hard. So yeah, we have these bone dogs here. Yeah, I mean, what happens is, when you lose all your lives, you don't, and you get game over, you don't just go back to the last checkpoint you got to. You have to start the whole level again. So, what that means is, like, what's it called? And what that means is, if you get, like, all the way to the end of a really long level, you have to go all the way back through it again and beat it, which isn't always the best thing. And, yeah, basically what I wanted to show here is, if you go through that door, what the heck, I might as well show it. You'll enter a room like this, and this level is just, like, full of traps like this. Because those stairs are just like the ones I pointed out in the first level, where you go in there and it kind of, like, sticks you in there, and then you're just sent out. And that's not the end of it all, and you're just forced to redo the entire level again. And that one was at the very beginning, so it wasn't too bad to show, but there are some pretty late in the level. And it's not pretty if you accidentally go into one of them and have to beat everything again, because this level can be pretty tedious. So no need to go up there again, and let's keep going, get these bone dogs, go over here, hit the switch now, because what we really want to do is go down, not get hit by that skull. I don't know if you'll ever actually come over this way. Yeah, so go down, and don't want to stand there for too long, because we would actually get hurt by something, and you will see why in a minute. Yeah, enemy that we can't see at this point, because we need a certain item to see it, and we will actually be getting that item in just a second, in a treasure chest in this room. But first, have to introduce the mummies, and they are a pain. As you can see, they take a ton of hits, and they take a heart and a half away too if you get hit by them. So when you only have 7 hearts, that's not really a good thing. So let's see, let's attack them, get that, there, and it opens up both doors, although there's not really much reason to go back. I mean, I'll explain in a second. So here we go, the Rod of Sight. So press start, down, and as you can see, it's a magic item, and what that does, as you will see in the next room, is if we press start and use it, it will make the mini ghosts appear. And the room above that we could have gone to if we had gone up also had some, although killing them does absolutely nothing. But yeah, so basically killing the ghosts, or sorry, making them appear with the Rod of Sight rather, is really important, because you can't kill them when they're invisible, although they can still hurt you. So if you had walked in their like where they were moving, you could still get hurt by them. So you need to make them appear and to defeat them, so that you can get them out of the way. That door down there is one of those fake rooms. What you really want to do is find the switch on this wall, so you're not booted back out of the level. So like I was saying, yeah, it's another one of those spots. On this room here, we have this, and as you can see, I would have got hurt by that if I hadn't moved on to these blocks. Yeah, so hit that, and one more, that one, to open up a secret there. We actually want to go down, although this is just a bit of a secret off to the side. As you can see, 2 hearts, not that we really need them. No secrets in the tiles there, unfortunately. So yeah, go back out, and as you can see, the yo-yo doesn't really go as far as it normally would, since there's actually a ghost there. Let's see if I can do this without getting hurt. Yeah! Must have timed it perfectly. So yeah, as you can see, we're sort of in one of these rooms again, with the stairs, although, luckily, this is we're not actually trapped. We actually have a way out, although if you do take those stairs, you will be booted out of the level. Let's see, one thing we want to do here, is if we do this, we'll actually find more ghosts, which we'll have to defeat. Although the switch to open the normal door is actually just up there. If we kill that, defeat this one, I said this one, there, go up here, defeat this one, and this one, it will open a secret at the bottom there, and since it's one of those exploding walls, it will still be there when we come back. And we go all the way around again, jumping over that sinking block, going down, and so yeah, another sanctuary down here. As you can see, 2 sets of double hearts. So yeah, they're definitely giving you a lot of hearts, although none of them are really just given to you. You really need to know where to look. But luckily, we actually don't really need them right now. We're doing very well. We have 3 stars, although not that that really means too much. So we're going to go through here, and we have a cannon in the middle. And they're not so great. We sort of saw a version of them in the last level, when we were in the lava part, when they were all in the middle there. But this one, just a single one, it's kind of a pain. And I didn't really need to jump there, so luckily it didn't shoot at us. And we're in the dark area now, although as we saw, there are tiles here, and we can go down, and we will want to do that. Although we're going to want to defeat all of these enemies. I don't think we actually need to defeat the skull. Let's see what happens if we don't defeat it. Just defeat all the mummies. Sort of get away from that. And they sort of... Sometimes they all like pile together, so you're fighting like 10 at once. We can only actually hurt one when they do that. And you'll see an example of that soon. Yeah, so we actually didn't need to defeat the skull, although no reason not to. Just sort of didn't. And there's a skull there. And if we go down here, we'll find another new magic item that we've never seen before, the lantern. And what this does is it will bring light to any dark room without jumping on a light tile, so that's pretty useful. But one other thing that we want to do before we go back and use it in the dark room that we were at before, is we want to find all of the mini ghosts here. Because what we can actually do is if we defeat this one, and this one, we'll find a secret through this wall. And this one's a bit more than just hearts, it also gives us a medicine bottle, which may be useful at some point in the future. So let's get that. And let's go through here. Go up here. And we're sort of just going through everything on our way back. Making sure. Okay, so going up here. Don't need to defeat anything this time. And cool, so now that we're here, kind of know where we're supposed to go generally, although if we use the lantern, it will reveal to us everything that we need to do, and unless you have this memorized, it's pretty tricky, especially since there's those sinking blocks at the end there, which aren't exactly fun. So yeah, up here, and because I don't feel like risking it, let's use the lantern. Although even still, it's still not super easy. I don't like that first block at the top there, because there's no space between it and the grass, and it makes your jump timing, like, it throws it off. So here we go. Have creepy hands sticking out of the ground that we had to defeat. And we have a room with the boss music, although it doesn't really look like a boss. Sort of just have some mummies here and some tiles at the bottom. That didn't really do too much. What do we need to do here? Let's see. I know there's something somewhere. Yes, so that. We hit this. We'll go in here. And we will actually be sent to a dead end. All we have here is one of these hand guys and getting hit accidentally. Don't believe there's... Yeah, so what we want to do here is we actually want to go back because you're actually not supposed to go into this room. It's sort of just a trick. If you notice at the top, there's actually some grass up there. So what we need to do is just make the leap of faith and jump up there. So yeah, you have to be pretty observant there. It's kind of supposed to throw you off, I guess, with the boss music and the dead end. You're supposed to figure that out yourself. And if you go in here, we have 2 mummies and the second appearance of the stopwatch. And this time, it froze them completely. As like I said, there's a 50-50 chance between it freezing or just actually slowing the enemies down. So hit them, keep going, and there we go. Go up here, and we have one of these nice rooms where they're actually giving us hearts for free. Don't get that too often. Usually you have to search for them yourself. And go up here. Yes, so what we want to do here is use this and attack these 2 to open a secret path to the right. Although, we can check out the way to the left, is what this is good for. So if we go here, go all the way to the end, I believe, and yeah, we can get more rods of sight, which is good in case we run out, because you need... scratching the back of my head because I thought I killed it and it wasn't going to come back. But yeah, you need the rod of sight to get past this part, because there's a few consecutive rooms here where we need to use it. So yeah, that's why it's just a chance to get more there in case you don't have enough, or you've been wasting it or something like that. Because there are some times, like you just saw, not too long ago, like in the room before the one I got the medicine bottle, where you just kind of need to experiment and find where the ghosts are for secrets like that. And now, we get the mirror, the first time we've seen that. And we're going to see it a few more times, but here, we get these wizards. What we want to do is we want to reflect their spell. I said we want to reflect their spell back at them to defeat them and not get hit by them like I just did a few seconds ago. So the next one appears, just sort of use that. And there we go. Oh no, one more. There we go. So there. So that's what the mirror does. I think that's... No, we actually need to use it one more time in this level. But yeah, they give you enough, so you shouldn't run out. And yeah, this is the part where I was saying the mummies kind of become a pain. And they all sort of fuse together, and you kind of just have to run for your life. And use your magic bottle because you kind of suck really bad. But yeah, so use this. So yeah, that's all the mirror is good for. Unfortunately, it's not good in, as a normal weapon for anything but the wizards, or anything else that shoots magic beams like that. So yeah, so they're all kind of clumping together, and it becomes a real pain. And they all sort of like, sort of get them all. There's a star, although we don't really need it, but just natural instinct for me to get it. And they're not really coming after me right now, sort of just walking away. And get them there. Our room is kind of a pain. It's actually a bit trickier than you might think. So here, we have this. Although, what we actually want to do, or you don't have to do it, but since I know it's here, we'll hit this guy, and we'll open up a secret to the left. And we'll go see what's through there. And we also picked up the bola, which we will be using momentarily. And we have some hearts. Although, yeah, I'll get them anyway, but we don't actually need them, as I wasted my magic bottle, or the medicine bottle rather. Yeah, let's go through here. And we have to hit the switch again. And not going far enough. And we have to go down here. So let's see. Now we have wizards again. Oh, very bad timing there. Jump over that one. Get that one. And there. I believe that's all for them. Oh wait, no. Let's see, one more. There we go. I believe that's it now. Defeat these guys. Opens that door. Although hitting that makes more rods of sight appear. And we're going to want that for the next room, because the next room we have nothing but cannons in the middle and not much else to do. So what have we been doing the whole rest of the time when there's nothing to do in a room? We've been trying out the Rod of Sight, and it makes Maxi appear. Get it? The smaller ones were Mini and the big ones Maxi? Yeah, okay. So anyway, what we're going to want to do here is we're going to use the bola to defeat it. As you can see, it goes left and right, so we could attack it if we stood at the very top left and top right of the grass. If we ran out of bola and we had to use the yo-yo, but hopefully that won't happen. So I just have to keep spamming bola and hope we don't run out and get hit by the cannon. Let's see, moving back and forth. Let's see. There we go. That wasn't too difficult. Yeah, usually when it's just about to die, it starts moving really fast back and forth, although it didn't seem to do it that time, so I sort of got a good chance to get it. And here is the exit of the dungeon, although before we go, just the little thing I'll point out, is if you use this here, you find this guy, and it doesn't unlock a secret or anything, so I'm not exactly sure why it's there. Just pointless, I guess. And just for fun. And we waste all of our items. And here we go. So yeah, this is the first dungeon that actually didn't end with stairs. Actually, that's a lie. That's a complete lie. Dungeon number 2 ended with freeing the dolphin and there were no stairs. But this is just another way that the dungeon ends. As we can see, a whole bunch of water just drained from somewhere and filled up the hole at the bottom. And now, as we can see, the lake that was in the middle of the cemetery is now dried up. So get all those points, saving, and good luck. And look, the pond has dried up, and here we will find the crystal ball. And I think everyone should know what we have to do with that. I guess that's the hole that opened up and all the water drained through. But yeah, let's take the crystal ball, as we can see down there. Because if you press select at any time, you can see all these stats down there. Hearts, items, and points. Completely pointless points. So we're walking all the way back to She-Cola. through the rocks, and out the other side. And we're going to see this. Now we have to make the big long walk all the way up around to the fortune teller's thing. I guess to go down the stairs. I guess it's supposed to be like a cave or something. So all the way over here. And we're going to give the fortune teller his crystal ball back. Oh my goodness, you have my crystal ball. Please give it to me. You give it back to her. Her? I actually completely forgot. Well, I guess that makes perfect sense considering it's She-Cola. My bad. Anyway, I'm back in business, thank you. You want to enter She-Cola, don't you? I know just what we need to do. Okay, just wait, will you? And yes, probably the strangest part of the game, when you need to go into I guess disguise, we'll say, to get into She-Cola. You sure look silly dressed up as a girl, but it may work. By the way, let me read your fortune. Oh, in the crystal ball I can foresee, risking life and limb, a bridge over troubled water, struggling to escape. Oh, some evil, mystic powers from a star far, far away. I'm sure those powers are controlling the monsters in the dark below. Oh, omens of disaster, I can't continue. Oh me, oh my, fortune favors the brave, so don't mind me. Now let's enter She-Cola. So, as you can see, as we just heard, that's probably where the star part of the game comes in, but you must be from Radicola, you may enter. You know all those rad and tubular and way out there words from the 90s. Anyway, I'm a warrior of She-Cola. That's great to know, as I couldn't have told just by looking at your sprite. So let's talk to you. I'm a warrior of She-Cola. Are you a newcomer from Her Cola? Okay, that's kind of funny. As you can see, there's kind of the girl symbol in the middle there, with the blue tiles. Training and more training. I'm tired. And if we go down here and talk to this one, we are busy training. Don't disturb us. It's like the rudest person we've met yet, kind of. Except for all the other people who told us to go away. And let's see, we go up these stairs, and we see one of the more interesting characters in the game. I'm Queen She-Cola. I hear you fight. I hear a fight occurred at the Ghost Village. You've beaten all the ghosts at the haunted village? Oh, you're a super girl. What is your name? You respond, Michelle. Michelle is my name. Michelle, good name. I like you. Why don't you join us? You say you must visit the mountain hermit? We will miss you. You'll save time if you talk to our head warrior first, okay? By the way, Michelle, your voice is strong, like a man's. You cough. I see. You have a cold. Michelle, you have a funny yo-yo, don't you? I'll give you a powerful weapon called Shooting Star. Yes, so as you can see, our yo-yo has finally been upgraded to something a bit better and more powerful. You got a new weapon, the Shooting Star. Listen, you need more than 6 hearts to handle the Shooting Star with skill. Goodbye, Michelle. So yeah, the way it works when your yo-yo gets upgraded is you need a certain amount of hearts to use the upgraded version. So if we have under 6 hearts, we'll be stuck with the yo-yo, but if we have more than that, we'll use the Shooting Star, which we will see in the next level. But anyway, she still won't let us talk to her. So I guess we should talk to everyone again, just for fun. And yes, we've already talked to you. And if we go up here, talk to this person. Actually, no, this is the head warrior. That's right, my bad. Want to travel west? Listen, shout abracadabra and shout abracadabra and jump 10 times at the tunnel end. So yeah, that's going to be what we're doing for the next dungeon. Because if you remember earlier, we went to that dead end. So that's what it means by the tunnel's end. Even if we had jumped 10 times before, it wouldn't have done anything. We needed to trigger this event. Do you want to change your clothes? Please, yes. Okay, just wait, will you? And there we go. Back to good old normal. Thank goodness. Goodbye. I don't think talking to her does anything different. No. But if we talk to this guy... Haha, oh dear, you were very cute, and that guy is very creepy. Please stay away from me. So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to go take this sandy road here, all the way back to this level, and we're going to be doing this dungeon. So here we go with the 4th dungeon, and now we can do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there we go. That is pretty awesome, actually. So in here, we're going to get our first demonstration of the Shooting Star. As you can see at the bottom, it just turned into it when we got 6 hearts, and longer range and stronger attack, which is pretty awesome. So So let's go down here, take care of these guys, which are even easier now, thanks to the longer range. Knock out all these guys. It's funny though, because just like one of the longest levels is in this chapter, this level is actually very short and sort of just serves as an introduction to the shooting star and lets you get used to it. So as we can see, a Muddo fish return, and we can defeat them in one hit with the shooting star, which is very awesome. Although as soon as our hearts go below 6, we're going to be forced to use the yo-yo again until we can get 6 hearts. So we need to be careful. It's sort of like putting you at a disadvantage when you're out, when you're already down, so it's not very good. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole level right there. Simple enough. And one more level to go. So that's 4, and we only have 5. So yeah, let's go down here. Take care of this. Go up here and talk to this guy. I'm Poe, the famous poet of Southern Island. Like my poems, raindrops from heavens, fountains spring from earth, lifting my spirits high. So here we go. Let's read that again. It might be foreshadowing something that will happen in the future. It's quite a possibility. I suppose we'll have to wait and see, because here we go with the 5th level. After the extremely short 4th level, but still. This is still one of the longest chapters in the game, despite one of the levels being very short. So yeah, here we have loopers. Very simple, I was going to say simple, but very easy to take care of with the shooting star. Skull heads, also no problem. We got that. And also, I don't know if you've actually seen it at this point, but there are invisible blocks. Think like invisible coin blocks in Super Mario Bros. That you can't see till you hit them. Well, it's blocks that you can't see until you land on them. So just like that, we have this and a secret switch which reveals the bat, which we probably won't be using too much since it's not the greatest weapon. Anyway, these guys are going to be even easier to take care of now, just 3 hits. Just imagine how much easier the mummies are how much easier we'll be able to take care of them now, which is quite awesome. And is this the first time we've seen these? The white tiles, the ones that sink immediately after you touch them. You need to be very careful with those. Even like a second on there and you're sinking. So jump right off, go through here. And we have another sort of sanctuary room, but not quite. And of course, how are we going to get over there? But with the secret block, of course. Grab the bola. Always a good weapon, although I don't really use it too much, especially now that we have the shooting star. Its attack power, I believe, is a bit higher. Although I could be wrong about that. Either way, I really like the shooting star. Very good weapon to use. So let's see. Now we're in the another lava area, and we have these blocks. Even though they're a bit reddish, they still act just like the white ones that we saw earlier. And now we also have this guy. We're going to deal with him, although he kind of just got right in my way, took off a heart and a half, and made me lose my shooting star, which is not something I am very happy about, I must say. Yeah, anyway, we have the mud guy here. So we took care of him. I just want to see, might be confusing it. Yeah, I'm confusing it with another place where there's something in a tile. I think it was the last level we did. Or it might actually be up here? No, never mind. Anyway, this is going to give us an opportunity to get a few more hearts, and you'll see that in a second. What we're going to want to do is hit this, although it's suicide to go back and try to get that heart without stopping time. So what you want to do is... Ooh, can I do it? Yeah, just barely. That was close. Anyway, I'm happy now that we got our, what's it called? We got our hearts back. So yeah, as you can see, we have that skull head at the top there, so we're going to try to time this right so that we don't end up running into him. Although you may also notice he was jumping on nothing there, so that might be a signal that we should be jumping here and doing the try our luck sign with a +1. So now we're up to 4, which is pretty good. Go up here, and we have a cross, although no boneheads this time. We have these guys. I actually really don't like those guys. So yeah, this was actually just sort of a trick room, a dead end. So as you can see, there's sort of places for us to go to the left and right. So you should probably check those out. Time that right. And we have a secret room over here with hearts and a medicine bottle. 2 things that are always welcome in this game. Because, yeah, the more medicine bottles that you can use later, the better, and the more often that your hearts are full, the better. Because as you can see, having more hearts is definitely going to be a big part, since we're only going to be able to use our strongest weapons when we have more hearts. So hit this one, go through here, and this is the way that we really want to go. We have a room here with a whole bunch of tiles, and these guys again. So hit them, we have to try to trigger more, like that, and there we go. So go through this door here, and we have a room with these guys. These guys, they walk around slowly until you hit them, and then they go all insane and start running back and forth. But luckily they're not too hard to kill if you have the shooting star, and of course as I say that I lose it. Although luckily we only had to kill a certain one before the door opened. So we did that, and now we can climb up these stairs to get back to the main area. Back to normality, with water and grass and all that stuff. And now, we're going to have an appearance from the Mudman out of the lava area. So, I guess it's kind of like the Water Man or something like that. And now, a time I really wish I had the shooting stars, and we're going to be dealing with these guys. These guys are strong. You thought the mummies were bad? These guys have more health, and they just completely destroy your hearts if they run into you. But luckily that wasn't too hard. These spikes on the side do absolutely nothing. They're just decoration. You can't jump on them. They don't hurt you if you touch them. So they're just decoration. Another one of these guys. This baseball bat actually does help for them. I never use it to try to defeat them though, although I guess that did help a bit. Although, as we see, we have a blown up path to the top, and we also have a thing to the right. And this leads us to a dead end, although it does let us see something interesting. We have a sort of fountain thing over there, and we have doors on the top and bottom. So, maybe we should try to find some way to get in there. Although, we're probably not going to be able to do that from here, so let's go up and continue on. Go up here, and we have another one of these guys. Like, they're always scary, especially when you have a really terrible weapon, like the yo-yo, and you have to get really close. Although I suppose we can use the bola for this. Can't do any harm. They're also wide. They take up more than they take up more than just 16 pixels horizontally, which not too many enemies in this game do. Luckily, we have our shooting star back, which is pretty awesome. And we have two things here. Let's see, and then that. So we're gonna have an exploding path to the right, and another door to the bottom. And we've already seen this. And no way to get there yet. Can't walk through any of these walls, as you can see. Not that it would do much point going to the left, but yeah, can't get there yet. So proceeding on. Going this way now. Hitting this guy. Yes, very nice. And up to full hearts. And we had a medicine bottle too that I actually could have used if we had needed it. Not much to do in this room, just sort of getting that guy. Going around. Getting this guy, and luckily he didn't come into our line of sight. Going in here. And, ooh, two of them at the same time. Definitely not something we want, and they can even walk over tiles, so don't think that you're safe if you go on top of them. Mummies can walk over tiles too, so it's definitely not an effective way to avoid them. They'll just end up running you over. So anyway, here's the last door that leads to that middle area. So, the way that we get over there should be in this room, right? Right? No, it's not. That's because, as I was saying before, if you remember all the way back in the last video, so you'd have to remember everything that's happened in this video, like all half an hour that's happened since. I talked. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm obviously talking way too much and getting distracted, but I talked about walls that you could walk through. Because if you remember, there was like the shadows along the wall, and they would let you walk through them to the other side. Although in this case, we're going to have to walk through the wall without the guidance of the shadows, so we kind of just have to figure out where we need to walk through the wall. And if we go all the way over here, all the way back, so as you can see now, the spikes were sort of just making a nice square around the area that we're in. So back to this room, the completely useless one. It was actually so simple, I guess they figured most people would just skip by it, and it leads us to here. So what we're supposed to do here is you're supposed to sort of just make the leap of faith. Because really, I mean, it's water and Mike kind of dies when you go in it, so it's kind of, you don't really know if you're supposed to jump towards it or not. But if we do, sort of spring towards the sky, just like we heard in Poe's poem not too long ago, like a foreshadowing I hinted towards, and it takes us all the way up to the top of the Hermits Mountain, which we could actually see from the overworld if you go back and take a look. Although it was a lot smaller when we looked at it from there. Yeah, here we go. Almost 50,000 points. Wow, you've done it again for like the 7th time now. And that's all 5 levels of this chapter. You came very far in search of my spell. Oh, you are fantastic. I'll give you the Scroll of Obob. Or Obob, Obob. You got the scroll. Don't mention it. Hurry and save the girl. And now we get a whole bunch of this. Run, run, hurry, hurry, run, run. Hurry, hurry, run, run. Hurry, hurry, run, run. So I guess he has to run through all of the levels again that we just beat or something like that? That would tire you out. I don't know how he got all those doors unlocked to be able to go back. But anyway, tired and out of breath, you arrive at Maricola. Mike, please read the scroll and wake Bananette. And I'm not reading this. I don't know how Mike ever read it. Yeah, just sort of a lot of bebobs and obobs and omabobs and bebob obabobobs and... Wow, it's a Maricola! Bananette! Daddy's here! Yeah. Good morning, Daddy. I sure slept well. I'm hungry. Is dessert ready? Bananette, put down that banana cream pie. Bananette? Mike, we'll never forget your kindness. You say you must go? Oh yes, to rescue your uncle. I've ordered the repair of your ship. Let's go. Obviously some very highly skilled people live on this island. Mike, good luck. And then we get into this submarine, and then after almost an hour, we conclude the longest chapter of the game. So as soon as we get in here, we're going to talk to Navcom. Navcom, here, Captain. I've been waiting for you to return. Subsea is ready to launch. All ahead full. And that concludes Chapter 3. So thank you very much for sticking it out. I know, very long chapter, and it's funny because tomorrow is probably going to be one of the shortest chapters of them all. And you'll see why tomorrow, but thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you'll join me tomorrow for Chapter 4. So thanks, and hope to see you then.